Closer, my dear friend. Take a deep breath and feel the weight of your shoulders soften. I am here. I am not in the lightning or the thunder right now. I am in the quiet space between your heartbeats, sitting right next to you in that chair you've sat in for so many years. I see your hands, the same hands that worked so hard, that held crying babies, that built a life out of hope and sweat, and I see how they tremble slightly now. You look at them and feel a stranger's skin, wondering where the time went. I want you to know something before we say another word. I am not here to judge the wrinkles or the pace of your walk. I am here because I love you with a love that began before the foundations of the world were laid. I know the thoughts that keep you awake at 3 a.m. when the house is too quiet. I hear the echoes of the questions you're afraid to ask your children. You wonder if you've become a burden. You see the brochures for the nursing homes left on the kitchen table, perhaps left there by well-meaning children who are frightened by your frailty, or perhaps tucked away in a drawer by your own hand because you are tired of being alone. You feel a deep, stabbing guilt for not being as useful as you once were. You think that because you can no longer run, or because your memory sometimes slips like sand through your fingers, that your value has diminished. Oh, my child, listen to me. Your value was never in what you did. It was always in who you are to me. You are my masterpiece. Do not let the world's obsession with youth and productivity convince you that you are a sunset fading into nothingness. In my eyes, you are a sunrise. I see the tears you hide when the phone doesn't ring. I see the grief of losing friends who were the anchors of your history. I feel the ache in your bones, and the even deeper ache in your soul that wonders, is this all that's left? You feel guilty for the mistakes you made with your children 30 years ago. You feel guilty for the words you didn't say to a spouse who is already home with me. You feel like you are standing on the edge of a great canyon, and the wind is blowing cold. But I am the warmth in that wind. I want to validate every ounce of your weariness. It is okay to be tired. It is okay to be scared of the nursing home conversation or the loss of your independence. I walked the dusty roads of Galilee. I know what it is to be physically exhausted. I hung on a cross. I know what it is to feel abandoned by those I loved. I am not a distant king. I am your brother who wept at the grave of his friend. I remember the promise I gave through the prophet Isaiah, and I repeat it to you now, specifically for this moment in your life. Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you, and I will carry you. I will sustain you, and I will rescue you. Isaiah 46:4. Do you hear me? I am not asking you to carry me. I am telling you that I am carrying you. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to pretend you aren't afraid of the future or the transition of your living situation. The world tells you that at 80, your story is over. I tell you that we are simply moving into a deeper chapter of intimacy. The noise of the world is fading so that you can finally hear my whisper. You are not a problem to be solved or a patient to be managed. You are my beloved. Let the guilt of not being enough fall away right now. You are exactly where you need to be for me to hold you. We are going to look at these choices about your home, your family, and your legacy together. You are not alone in that living room. I am here. Sit with me for a moment longer. Let the silence of this room be a blanket, not a wall. I want to talk to you about how you arrived at this crossroads, because I know your heart feels tangled in a web of what-ifs and should-haves. Life moved so quickly, didn't it? One moment you were the one holding the car keys, making the decisions, shielding your children from the storms of the world. And now, almost overnight, the roles have shifted. You feel the world rushing past you at a speed that feels unkind. And in that blur, you've begun to build walls around your heart to protect what little peace you have left. I see how the years of doing stole your ability to just be. For decades, you were defined by your career, your house, your role as a provider or a nurturer. You were taught by a world that values speed and strength, that your worth was tied to your utility. And so, as your body slowed down, you began to feel like a ghost in your own life. You look at your children, now grown, busy, perhaps even impatient, and you see them looking at you with a mix of love and worry. That look hurts, doesn't it? It feels like they are already mourning you while you are still sitting right in front of them. You start to think that perhaps fading away into a facility, into a home where you are just a number on a door, is the only way to release them from the burden of your care. But let's look deeper. The real weight you are carrying isn't your physical age. It's the accumulation of decades of worry. You've spent 50 years worrying about the mortgage, the kids' grades, the retirement fund, and the opinions of neighbors. These worries were thieves. They stole the present moment from you. Even now, you are worried about the inheritance, not just the money, but the legacy of your love. You fear that if you don't handle this transition perfectly, you will leave behind a memory of sadness rather than a memory of strength. I want to whisper a truth to you that the world hides. The walls you feel around you, the isolation, the fear of the nursing home, the tension with your family, are often built from a lack of honest grace. You've been so busy trying to be strong for everyone else that you forgot how to be vulnerable with me. You've been trying to solve the problem of your aging as if it's a math equation, but it's actually a sacred transition. When you consider your future living situation, don't make the choice out of fear of being a nuisance. Do not agree to go somewhere just because you feel you have no right to occupy space in the world anymore. Your children may be trying to fix you because they cannot bear the thought of losing you. Their push toward a nursing home might not be a lack of love, but a manifestation of their own fear of the unknown. Yet, I am the counselor. I am the one who brings clarity. You do not have to settle for a cold, sterile end to your story just because it is the efficient thing to do. I remember when I told my disciples, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms." John 14, 1-2. I was speaking of eternity, yes, but I was also speaking of the peace I provide right here, in your earthly dwelling. Your home is more than wood and stone. It is the altar where you have lived your life. If you feel my spirit telling you to stay, to fight for your dignity, to find a way to remain in the warmth of your memories, then listen to that voice. We lost our way when we started valuing safety over soul and efficiency over intimacy. You are not a project to be managed. You are a soul in the middle of a holy journey. The weight you feel is the world's expectation. Let me take that from you. Let's look at the path ahead not as a series of losses, but as a pruning that allows the most beautiful parts of your spirit to finally bloom. The world says you are losing your mind or losing your grip. I say you are finally letting go of the things that never mattered so you can grip my hand tighter. We aren't lost, my love. We are just navigating a different terrain, and I have the map. Lean in, my dear one. Can you feel it? The shift in the air. The world has spent 80 years telling you that time is a predator, that it catches up to you, weakens you, and eventually takes everything away. But I am the author of time, and I am telling you that in my kingdom, the best wine is always saved for last. You have been worried that you've run out of road, that your useful years are behind you, and that a sterile room in a nursing home is the only logical conclusion to a long life. But my grace does not follow the logic of the world. My grace is a river that flows uphill, reaching the places everyone else has abandoned. You are standing at a threshold, not a cliff. The solution to the fear of your old age is not a better insurance policy or a more expensive facility. The solution is my presence, which transcends any roof over your head. If your heart is telling you that you belong in your home, surrounded by the ghosts of the laughter you shared and the walls that know your prayers, then trust that I am the one whispering that to you. You do not have to disappear to make life easier for others. Your presence in your family, your wisdom, your stories, even your silence, is a treasure they do not yet realize they cannot live without. I want to offer you a new kind of peace. It is the peace of knowing that even if your body feels like a house that is slowly being dismantled, the spirit within you is being renewed day by day. You are not falling apart. You are being unpacked for a much larger home. But while you are here, I want you to live with dignity. I want you to speak your truth to your children with the authority of someone I have crowned with gray hair. Tell them you want to be held, not managed. Tell them you want to be seen, not hidden. And know that as you speak, I am standing right behind you, giving you the words. Do you remember what I told my friends when they were terrified of the future? I said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." John 14:27. The world gives peace through contracts, walls, and medications. I give peace through a promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Whether you are in the house you built 50 years ago or a place you never expected to be, I am the atmosphere of that room. It is never too late for me to do a new thing in you. You think your legacy is finished? I am just getting started. One prayer from your lips today, in your 80s, carries the weight of a lifetime of faith. One word of forgiveness to a distant son or daughter is more powerful now than it would have been decades ago, because it comes from a heart that has been refined by fire. Your inheritance isn't the money in the bank. It is the light of my face reflected in yours. Stop looking at the clock with fear. The time that remains is not a countdown. It is a gift. Whether it is a year or a decade, it is enough for us to walk together in perfect peace. You don't have to figure out the nursing home puzzle alone tonight. Just lay your head down. I am watching over you. I am the one who sustains the universe, and I am the one who will tuck you in. You are safe. You are loved. You are home because you are with me. My dear friend, your heart is heavy, but I am here to carry the load for you. I would love to hear from you. Please leave your burden in the comments below. Simply type, "I receive your peace, Lord," to let me know you are listening. And if you found comfort in my words today, please subscribe to this channel and walk with me every day. I have so much more to tell you.